Hello and welcome to my video on how to create a mum card. It's a mum word card I'm going to show you how to do on this for the Silhouette Portrait or Cameo, whichever machine you've got. I only have the Portrait, which is why my mat here is smaller. But you can do this on both. In fact, if you've got the Cameo, you could probably do this a little bit larger than what I'm going to show you today. I've already made the dad card and I'll show you my version of the dad card that I did. Here's the version of the dad card. It's a 2-layer card with the word dad, and you just fold it, put a line here, fold it across, and then this one here, because it's inside, and you can do this one obviously in different colours or different patterns and lay one on top of the other and then fold it in half and then decorate how you wish. And it, as you can see, if you put a line there, it just spells the word dad. So it's a simple, easy card, but quite effective to cut out. And I'm going to show you how to make the word mum. So this is right. So how we're going to start it obviously is you're going to need text, because mum is a text. So we click on the text over on the left hand side. You'll see a little A with a text. So there's your text feature. Now once you've clicked on that, it will open up your text style. And basically I'm making this video for complete beginners and not advanced users, which is why I'm explaining everything step by step. So over here you have, on your right hand side, you have your text styles, and here in this little box here is where you choose all your different texts, or some will know it as font. On a computer it's classed as font. So you pick whatever font that you choose, but for the sake of this video and because I like it and I've done my dad card the same, I'm going to leave it on Arial there because I like this font. Text, whatever you want to call it. Then you bring your cursor back down and you click on your mat, and you can see it will then have a flashing line, and then you want to type the word mum in capital letters, and you'll see that as you type you'll have this green box around it. Now this green box is you don't need to have this green box around it all the time. You can draw there will be a time where you'll have another box around it, but so for instance you want to change your font to a different font because you think I don't like that one, that you'll need to have this green box around it. And then what you do is you click down here at the end of the word with your cursor and you hold it down, and then you just slide it across and it'll go blue, and think I don't like that text, I'm going to use this one, and you click on that one and it will have changed the text, as you can see, to that one. In order to get the green box back up, because you think, oh no, I preferred the other one, you put your little hand on the line and you double click, and again it will bring back the green box, so you can again pull your line across and then go back up and think, right, that's it, I preferred that one. And for the sake of the video, this is the one I'm going to use. So I have my word mum. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a box around my word mum like this. And then I'm going to make this word bigger. So you click on the corners. Don't click on these ones because it will take it all out of sync. You have to, if you want to keep it in perspective of how it is here, how you've typed it, you click on the corners. I shall show you what I mean. If you click on it here, it's going to drag it out like that. You don't want to do that. And if you do that, you'll go up to the top here and you'll see this little bendy arrow pointing to the left. You click on that and it will undo the step that you've just done and take it back. This is your undo feature. This is your redo feature. Redo puts it back. Undo takes it a step back. And you can go step by step by step backwards. Now, go back down to your word, and these little squares in the corners, these are where you're going to drag it out. So you click and hold the left button on your mouse and you pull your word out, and you pull your word out to roughly, I would say, about that size. Now we want to make sure the box is back around it, because what we're going to do is we're going to put an offset around it. So again, we're going to draw the box around it like so, and once you've done that, we're going to come up here to the top of right hand side of your program, and here you will see 4 little pentagons, one coloured in, one with a little scribble in it, one that looks like it's got little diamonds around it, and then one with 2 lines around it, the darker round. We're going to click on this one, the far right pentagon, and this will open up the offset feature. And as you can see, look, offset, offset and internal offset. We want the offset. The offset will draw around our word. The internal offset will draw inside. Simple. So we're going to click offset, and as you can see then it has created another layer for you. Right, we're going to leave it there. We're not going to change the settings of the offset. We're going to leave it to the size it is, and then what we're going to do is we're going to click off the word, go back up to the inside word, put your little finger on it, click and hold down, and then remove it off. Now we don't need this bit anymore, so we're going to draw a box around it, and we're going to right click on your mouse and then press delete, because we don't want that one. We're going to work with this. Now as you can see, these 3 letters are separate. Well, we don't want them separate, because what's the point? It's just going to cut them out separate, and it's not going to look much like a card at all, is it? So we're going to have to join them together. Now the way we're going to do this is we're going to draw a box, and if your box, once you've drawn your box around, if you can see that each letter is in its own box, then you'll know that each letter is actually separate, and you can move them like so on their own. But we don't want you to do that, so we're going to put that back to where it was. But we are going to click on this M letter, and what we want to do is we want to move it over. Now if I was to move it, click and hold it and move it over, the chances are I'm going to put it all out of line, and might go up or it might go down. And you know, the simple way to do this, to keep all the letters in line with each other, is once you are on it and your box is drawn around it on your keyboard, you have an up arrow, down arrow and 2 side arrows. So what you want to do is you want to move the left side arrow little by little, like so, until those 2 letters are just slightly overlapping, like so. Click off the box, and as you can see here, they are just slightly overlapping. Now I want you to click on the other letter at the end, the M, and the box around, and you're going to then use the right hand arrow to bring that one across to the U, like so. So they're overlapping, just like that. There you go. Now as you can see, that letter's overlapping the U and that M's overlapping the U, and that's exactly how we want it. Now we're going to draw a box around all of them, like so, so they're all highlighted, and we're going to right click on the mouse inside that box, and then we're going to click weld, and that then you have all the letters joined together. Now we can make this the size we want to. We just click on the word, put the box back around, and we move it to the size that we want our word to be, or our card to be, like so. Now obviously with a card you need to have an upside and a downside, so maybe what we do now is we've got the size that we want, or the size that will fit onto our mat anyway, so that's the size that we're going to do this card. I mean, this side for instance is roughly 3.5 inches by 7.5 inches or 7 inches. You need to come in a bit. That's it, 7.5 inches there. That's perfect. But I'm going again, like with the dad side, we're going to do a double one. But before we do that, we're going to have to flip this over so that we've got a second side to it. So again, we're going to click on the word, as so. By doing that, you click on one of the lines and a box should automatically come up on it. And then we're going to right click again, and we're going to duplicate, which is cut, copy, paste, paste in front, duplicate, and then delete underneath. We don't want delete, we want to duplicate. So we're going to duplicate the word, and there we have the duplication. Then we're going to straight away, we're going to right click inside the box again on the mouse, and we're going to flip horizontally. No, we're not, because that was just the same. We're going to flip vertically. We'll try that again. My apologies. And there we have it. So now what we want to do is leave it where it is, and we're going to push our up arrow on our keyboard and bring it up to about there. And as you can see now, they're still joining, but we want, this is still off, it's off to the right, so we need to bring it over and just line it up. And how we do that is we use our left arrow to get it in place, like so. And then if you still think that this is a bit too big, well, that's looking a bit too big, maybe I'll take it up a little bit more, because you can, like so. That's looking good. There you go. And then once you've done that, what you want to do now is we want to draw a whole box all the way around, and again right click inside that box and then press weld, and there you have your mum card base, or even center. Now what we're going to do now, we're going to draw another box around it. And again, we're going to go up to the offset button up here. And we're going to click on the offset, and then we're going to click offset. See, and you've got that double layer again. Now, you have your two layers, and you can make this layer whatever pretty pattern you'd like to make. And then you can make this layer your base, and then cut this one out of whatever cardstock or pattern paper that you may have, and then you cut this one, and then you place this one on top, like so. And there you have your mum card. And I hope you enjoyed watching. And of course, obviously, when you fold this over, it will spell out the word mum, and you can put some pretty flowers or butterflies or whatever on it. But that is how you make a word card. You simply just weld upper layer to a lower layer like that. And I hope you can enjoy making them yourself. And I hope I've explained it so that you can understand how to do it. Good luck with your creating, and thank you for watching.